This is your captain speaking. We'll be flying at an altitude of 40,000 feet. On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us, and have a pleasant day.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chairman's Club Airlines Terminal. May we have your special attention for the following instructions. Please approach the ticketing desk to move about the terminal and proceed to your gate. This virtual airport has a number of features located right in this lobby at the ticketing desks. Please direct your special attention to the double winners ticketing counter to have a look at our winners from both 2019 and 2020. There is also a tab for you to join the social lounge so you can socialize with others on the aircraft. In case of loss of fun, specialty cocktail kits will be made available to you. Open the kit, mix your beverage of choice, place the glass to your mouth and complement it with a salty snack. In preparation for cabin service, click on the in-flight cocktails desk to have a look at your cocktail options. Finally, if there is anything that you require during this Chairman's Club Airlines flight, do not hesitate to press the concierge button below. Enjoy the flight. I'm James Taylor and I will be your flight attendant here on this Chairman's Club Airlines flight. Thank you, Andras. During his presentation, I was reflecting on the power of Chairman's Club for enabling us to climb higher. 2,500 years ago in ancient Athens, the great thinkers, philosophers, merchants, poets, artists, and leaders like Archimedes would meet at something called symposiums. The word symposium comes from the Greek word which means to drink together. They would get together over a few glasses of wine to debate and discuss the latest ideas and innovations in science, philosophy, and business. You see, the Greeks weren't stupid. They knew that sometimes a little alcohol could be quite conducive to the creative process. Those gatherings sparked ideas which went on to change the world. Ideas like democracy and justice. That's why events like this are so powerful, because something you might learn here will dare you to grow. Now, all that talk of drink has got me a little thirsty. Maybe it's the thin air at this altitude. I'd now like to direct your attention again to the front of the cabin for the always anticipated in-flight drink service. Our mixologist on board, Kevin, is about to shake things up. Kevin, over to you.
Well, folks, looks like the pilot has turned off the seatbelt sign and you are now free to move about the cabin. Howdy, folks. My name's Kevin M. Horton. I'm your master mixologist / cocktail co-pilot as we soar off into the wild blue yonder of in-flight beverage.
I know us flight attendants shouldn't drink on board, but you won't tell Captain Meany, will you? We are now flying at 40,000 feet, somewhere over the Atlantic Ocean, on our way from Europe to Latin America. We'll be back around to refresh your glasses when we're en route to North America. Can't leave our winners high and dry now, can we? Congratulations to all the winners from Latin America. I think it's time to get up, walk about the cabin and shake out our travel legs. Let's head over to Party Central in Latin America's biggest country, Brazil, for a carnival experience. It's time to samba. In fact, because I knew we were going to be stopping off in Rio, I packed my shaker in my cabin baggage. So, if Brazil is where you're thinking of jetting away to, then here is a short briefing on that fabulous destination. Please direct your attention toward the entertainment screen in front of you.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Carnival Experience Tour. My name is Gil Braz and I'm a member of a Grande Rio Samba School. I'm here backstage to the most famous celebration in the world, Rio's Carnival. Rio's Carnival is famous because of our Samba School parade Here in Rio, we have over 50
Edward,
some
JT,
schools.
and Deirdre for that update, and congratulations again to all the winners. Now, something tells me that you all need a refresh on those drinks. I hope you're not feeling too tired from all this jetting around, because we're approaching our final stop, the city that never sleeps, for our nightcap. Earlier, I mentioned the idea of a third place, somewhere that isn't your home and isn't your office, a middle place where you'll often get your best ideas. In Athens, it was the symposiums. In 1920s Paris, it was the salons. And in the Middle East, they invented the coffee houses as places where people could come together to discuss, debate, and collaborate. In North America, they put their own spin on the idea of the third place. In America, we call it a bar. For example, I find I get some of my best ideas at a little bar on Manhattan's Upper East Side called Bemelman's. Celebrities including Marilyn Monroe, Princess Diana, George Clooney, and Lenny Kravitz have all hung out there over the years. Every August, I meet up with friends and colleagues there, and over a few drinks, we come up with our goals for the rest of the year. We even write these goals down on the little bar napkins that you get. So, where are your third places? Where do you go to get inspired, to dream big goals, to dare to grow? Maybe it's a deserted beach in Brazil, or New York Central Park, or seat 1A on your favorite airline. Now, the most popular cocktail at Bemelman's Bar is the drink that our mixologist Kevin Horton is going to prepare for us today as part of our in-flight service. Over to you, Kevin.
Good news, folks. We began our initial descent into New York City, which means I'm going to come through the cabin with one more beverage offering to ensure a cushy landing for all of us. And what better way to prepare you for the hustle and bustle of the city that never sleeps than to mix up one of its most famous cocktails, of course, the Swanky Sweet Manhattan. Now, there's several different stories about its origin, but the most interesting, we'll say, is that the Manhattan cocktail was formed in the Manhattan Club at a party hosted by none other than Lady Randolph Churchill while she was pregnant with Winston, which could explain why he slurred so much and had a proclivity to martinis.
Cheers, Kevin, and let me take a moment to raise a glass to our winners in North America and around the world. I don't know about you, but ordering a Manhattan just feels like a classy kind of thing to do. Was that video. I'm certainly inspired to travel. So one tip I learned long ago is to ask the cabin crew the best places to eat and drink at your destination. They often know the little secret places that tourists don't get to hear about and aren't written in the guidebooks. I truly hope you are going to be a winner next year and join us at Chairman's Club in Cannes in 2022. Now, I have a little recommendation for you. There is a restaurant just outside of Cannes in a little town called Saint-Paul-de-Vence that is called La Colombe d'Or. In the 1920s, it attracted some of the up-and-coming painters and writers of the time. It's an example of another third place, because these great creative minds would go there to think, create, relax, and reimagine the future. The owner of the restaurant was a local farmer called Paul Roux. The deal was that if you were an artist, you could get free accommodation and food at La Colombe d'Or as long as you gave him one of your paintings, drawings, or sculptures. Over the years, the place attracted many artists who paid their bills with their artwork, allowing the owner to amass a priceless private collection of 20th century art. The last time I was in Cannes, speaking at a conference there, I decided to book dinner at the restaurant. As we sat there eating our French onion soup and drinking our wine, I looked over my shoulder. There, less than 2 feet from me, was a priceless painting from one of their previous residents, Pablo Picasso. On another wall, there was a Matisse and a Miro and a Chagall. It was like being in an incredible museum, but with really good food and wine. So that's my tip for you. Get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Climb higher. Hit those numbers this year, and maybe you might be having dinner in the company of a priceless Picasso next year. When I was walking around the cabin, a few of you mentioned where you are planning to go with your travel vouchers this year. Dubai, the Seychelles, Indonesia, Disney, Amalfi Coast, and more. Wherever you decide to go with your travel voucher, I hope you will find somewhere that will be your third place. A place that inspires you and those that you love. A place to renew and refresh after these very challenging 12 months. Anywhere that sparks your creativity and inspires you to dare to grow and to reach new heights can be a third place. It can be somewhere in your own country or somewhere further afield. Douglas Ivester, former chairman and chief executive of Coca-Cola, said, "Never let your memories be greater than your dreams." Today is about celebrating the success of our top performing mountaineers, but it is also about reminding you to raise your eyes and look toward that next mountain peak. To reach these new heights, we need to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. The travel writer Anthony Bourdain once said, "Travel isn't always pretty. It isn't always comfortable. Sometimes it hurts. It even breaks your heart, but that's okay. The journey changes you. It should change you. It leaves marks on your memory, on your consciousness, on your heart, and on your body. You take something with you. Hopefully, you leave something good behind." Wherever you plan to go with your travel vouchers, I wish you safe voyage. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Meany has just told me that we have just been cleared to land. As we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. Make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead bins. My name is James Taylor, keynote speaker on creativity, innovation, and artificial intelligence, and it has been my pleasure being your flight attendant today. On behalf of Chairman's Club Airlines and the entire crew, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we look forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a nice day.
We've been cleared for landing.